welcome back to Coast Barras. Today we're at the Alton Towers opening day.
And as you can see, Toxicator is up and running and it's in the background right now. We are going to skip it straight at the start of the day because it's on a, what, 140-minute queue?
140 minutes. And nothing else in Forbidden Valley is open at the moment.
No, Nemesis is testing, but it's down. Galactica was up, but it's down. Rita's down.
13 is also down, so there's not really much open.
We're going to have hope. It's the opening day. Teething issues. We'll see how it goes. We're hopeful today. We're not going to start the day with negativity, none of that stuff. But we're going to see what courses we can get on in Forbidden Valley before we go to the rest of the area and just see how these old favourites are currently running.
Oh, they got the long queue open. Just what I want.
You know, I thought I'd miss this entranceway though, to be fair. Again, I'm way too out of shape for this steep hill and steps. I'm already out of breath.
I certainly don't miss this entrance. It's not good for the knees. This was on 40 minutes and we waited 1 hour 30.
We waited 90 minutes. That was a vastly underestimated queue from the start there. We couldn't believe it.
And then we got stuck on the brake run. It broke down while we were on it again, may I add.
It did. We sent a message to Coastad at the time saying, fingers crossed it'll get better as the day goes on. My fingers were slowly uncrossing on that brake run because it was like 20 minutes almost stuck on the brake run. They got it back up and running. It's still going now. Galactica has been on and off, it's been working, it's been down. It's currently, I think, down right now because it keeps testing.
Yeah, and Dark Forest keeps going up and down as well.
In all fairness, we think we're probably going to skip. Nemesis is testing. There's no one on it.
Oh,
so
dear.
It's gone down again in the time we've been in the bunker. It's gone down again. It's not the best. It doesn't bode well.
And Galactica's testing as well.
Yeah, look. No one on it. It's like, welcome to Alton Towers opening day, where you can see us test every single ride in the back from off-ride, but you can't get on them.
We're trying to stay positive.
We're trying.
Toxicator's working though.
Yes, that is a good thing. And the queue has surprisingly dropped now. It got to 140 minutes earlier. It's down to 70 now. So it's looking more promising. And with the fact that we don't want to go to Dark Forest because of the fact that
it keeps going down so frequently, like either one ride or both all the time.
And Rita and 13 are great, but they're not worth the time investment. It's like we've been on them so many times. We'd rather ride Toxicator, Nemesis, Wicker Man, etc. Just roughly staying around this area of the park. Oh, Sarah says.
Steve's just had a toxic waste and his face
I never. Oh, that taste.
I'm actually dying.
I'm trying not to throw up right now. That tastes like one of those horrible pre-workouts from back in the day. That is so bad. I can't finish this. I can't. I'm going to find a receptacle or something. Well, Sarah Barrow was lucky enough to get a t-shirt she wanted.
In my size and embroidered.
Which is a rarity. Oh, I've kind of dropped her hoodie now. She's going to kill me for that later. Well, I will say one thing. This is actually nice now, it's sweet. I had to go through turmoil to get to the goodness, but that's what life is like.
I told you he was melodramatic.
And my eyeballs are watering. Although in all fairness, we've just seen something which we've been asking for a while, an embroidered Nemesis hoodie.
And it's on the sleeve.
Look at that. It's the same as the sweatshirt you get, but Nemesis Reborn is literally embroidered on the side of the sleeve. That is so cool.
Ooh, I like it.
Well, Sarah's found a new hoodie. Oh God.
It's bad again.
It's got sour in the core too. It's like it starts bad, gets good, and then goes bad again. And when it comes to the Toxicator hoodies, they're not bad. They've got a print on them, which, as we always say, is not the best. There's a weird thing on them though, here on the sleeves. It's a cool effect having the toxic stripes for the material. It's that really horrible material. That is going to be Marmite for some people. You're either going to love that or you're going to hate that. But I've seen it on a few people, and I can definitely say for £60, it's not for me. But for now, we're actually going to head over and finally get in the Toxicator queue for one ride at this time, and then we'll see if we can get a few more throughout the day and maybe at night. Well, we just came off our first ride of the Toxicator, at least one of the cycles.
Yeah, they all seem to be similar, the same.
Today, yes. Them is always making a scene. 2.5 and then 3.5 spins is what we've seen today.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much, and we were in the queue for a little bit of time, weren't we?
It was what, an hour and 10 or so?
An hour 16, I think.
An hour and 16, it was advertised at 50, so queues across the board have been underestimated today, but you'd expect that. However, again, it's on the same cycle. We spoke to Coaster Crazy and Coaster Dad, and both of them suggest that there could be anywhere from 3 to 6 cycles, depending on how busy the park is on the day.
Yeah, so there might be a longer cycle if it's quieter, and a shorter cycle when it's busy.
I will say from my experience, from the 2 top spins I've been on besides this, which is one at Energylandia and Lex Luthor's Invertron at Parque Warner, this is probably the most tamest one I've been on, with that cycle at least.
But it's definitely the most comfortable.
Yeah, the restraints are extremely comfortable, but you've really got to trust them.
Oh yeah, I mean, but the other ones were really uncomfortable. You can actually feel it in your chest, they're really painful.
Yeah, this
one is so comfortable, you can sit there and be like, oh, this is really chill.
It's so much more comfortable, but again, if you're hanging loose in your seat and not gripping anything, you will literally feel yourself. Like, I've got to trust this restraint. And you can also feel the water coming near you, but again, they've got the fountains down.
Sometimes you feel like it's going to hit your feet, which is quite funny.
Or your face at times.
Or your face, yeah.
But they have turned the fountains down so you don't get wet during the cold weather, which is understandable.
Yeah, because it would be way too cold today, it's freezing.
It really is, but again, the ride itself, I like it. It's chill, but again, I want more cycles in the future, maybe like next month in April when there's more cycles going on, because it's currently a good ride, good views. You get to see Galactica, you get to see Nemesis, you get to see down the monorail, but it's quite tame.
Yeah, I wish there was more spins. I'm a spin queen. I love more spins there.
Yeah.
But so like sometimes like eight would be great.
Yeah, 8 in a row, no stopping. Yeah,
no stopping. Just keep spinning it. Be awesome. And then you can count it and see how many you get. That would be really cool.
Exactly.
Not for everybody.
No.
But thrill seekers.
Like we know Coaster Crazy. That's just perfect for him at the moment. So tame is good sometimes, but we like a bit of aggression with top spins.
I think it'd be quite nice if you had like a queue that you could queue up if you want like a more intense cycle or something with like more spins. I think that'd be really fun.
But yeah, besides that, the theming on the ride is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it looks brilliant. Just beautiful, actually.
Down to the signs, like you can see the toxic paint dripping down, and they've done the melted effect on the warning signs. The neon tunnel going underneath for the neon plasma or toxicity going through it's all encompassing. Well, we just entered Gloomy Woods because we wanted to try out Curse and see if they fix things.
And it's closed.
It is indeed closed, unfortunately. And another aspect of this was to see if the actors are truly all gone. The entertainment team was let go, unfortunately, a bad move by Merlin, and they are indeed gone.
Yeah, and it definitely, you can tell, it just leaves a really empty space everywhere, especially in Forbidden Valley as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to be gloomy in this wood, but not that type of gloomy. Curse was made, a big portion of the theming and ride was the actors roaming around and interacting with guests, and with them gone, it definitely feels like a bit of soul has left Alton Towers.
Yeah, that's really sad.
It really is, and like you said, Forbidden Valley, it's teeming with people, but no actors.
Yeah, which we miss. We really do miss it.
Yeah, we really do. We thought we saw a few, but most people I think are just cosplaying. So they're doing like a better job at Merlin than filling the park with theme-accurate actors, and they're not even paid by Merlin. But we're going to see what we can get on. Maybe it'll get better as the day goes on. We've still got a shred of hope. And to try and get a night ride on
Toxicator and Nemesis.
Let's see what we can do now. And since the Smiler does have its temperamental years, it can be good one year and bad the next. It's 2025, so...
Is this the good year?
I'm sure we'll find out.
Advertised wait time of 60 minutes and 47 in the single rider queue.
Yeah, we both got on the same train. It was actually lucky in that sense, but different rows.
Yes, I was in the front row, which is yay for me, front row.
I was a gentleman, I'd let her have the front row.
No, I was first actually in the queue, so.
Yeah.
It was quite janky still, but not as bad because I was in the front row, but you said it was really bad in the second row, so.
Yeah, I was in the second row, left seat, far left seat. After the first corkscrew, at one point, it did feel like I don't really feel that many problems on there, but it felt like I was going over a bloody speed bump at one point. I was like, wow, it trims that hard out of nowhere. I'm still debating whether it's better than last year, because that's the real question. Is this being improved for this season versus last season? Because it was 2023, it was brilliant.
For me personally, I actually think that was one of the better rides, but it's not really much to go on because last year was absolutely diabolical. Bar one, and I was on the front, and guess what? I was on the front again. Also, a bit silly today. They're sending out loads of trains with full rows empty, and there's loads of single riders and stuff, so it's like they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, they were doing it on Nemesis and they've been doing it on Smiler, which is obviously it's a batching issue, but that's going to slow down the trains getting sent out, because obviously throughput is going to be lower, and when you're considering the package as busy as it is, that's very bad for them.
This main queue, when we were waiting in single rider, is so long, we reckon it's 3 hours, not 60 minutes like it was advertising when we went in.
I don't mind.
It's not bad.
I'm guessing it's 60, 70.
No, it's even more expensive.
It's more than I thought. You got like little rubberized pulls as well. It's really cool.
I really like that one. It's nice.
The back's plain, but you've also got Smiler shorts.
No.
If you want the Smiler shorts, is there anything on these? Right.
Ooh, it's embroidered. Oh, and it's a
Letterman.
I love these style.
Oh, look at the hood. Look at the hood. That's a print, but the rest of it's embroidered.
I could cope with that. Oh, that's embroidered as well.
Oh, it's got a black drawstring.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's got a black drawstring.
And it's printed on the back.
What is it with Alton doing half print, half embroidered? It's like, we'll pay for full embroidered. I do like these drawstrings as well, multicoloured. Nice embroidered.
Wow, they've really gone all in, haven't they?
They've gone all in. Look at them as well, sweatpants.
You're more excited about this.
The Smiler. Yes, because again.
Look, Steve, the jumper.
And a jumper as well. Again, it's a print.
Yellow.
Oh, wow, yeah, you know what? They've actually gone all out on the Smiler merch.
So watch yourself go.
I'm actually quite impressed.
And here we are next to the Black Hole of Oblivion. Tagline, don't look down. But in this case, it should be, don't look up, because it's closed.
There's nothing there! And since we're trying out single rider a bit more now, that we're both more comfortable with it, hello! We weren't going to go on it because of the queue. It's almost an hour, 55 minutes. But there's a single rider queue on Spinball now. It was added last year. So we're going to give it a quick try and let's see how long.
In all fairness, it does look quite chunky.
It's a chunky queue. So we'll see how long 55 minutes actually is in a single rider queue.
Well, after that Spinball ride, 55-minute advertised wait time, only 24 minutes in single rider.
But after that, we decided to go back and check out the Curse of Alton Manor. Was it finally open? Do all the elements work? And a cupcake.
Well, yes, it was open. 20 minutes advertised wait, and we only waited 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's never a long wait. It can say as long as it wants. It can say 2 hours. You know you'll be on it in 5 minutes. It's one of those rides.
But it's working.
It's working. You noticed a few things that still aren't working there, but the Trummel Tunnel is.
Yeah, the Trummel Tunnel is working. There was only a couple of things. There's like a bit where you see the family and their heads usually move. They weren't moving at all, which is minimal actually. You don't really notice it too much. And then there's a little bit near the end where a sort of like dummy pops up from a sort of drum, and it didn't. So that was like the two major things that I noticed that didn't work.
But it wasn't too bad.
No.
But you might see me looking down, and that's because I'm checking at the app as we speak. Oblivion has finally opened again.
Hey!
It's on 40 minutes. But more importantly, 13, it has been closed. For the past few hours, it's been saying it's due to capacity. It's at queue capacity. Now it's saying weather/low temperature.
No, dear.
Which
It is actually getting quite cold, to be fair.
It is, but I call BS. We've been here way colder and rain, and it's been operating. But the Toxicator is still closed. It's been down for a few hours. Hey, I kind of like that light. It works. Ooh. The Toxicator's been down.
You are so special, you
It
know.
works. Hey, it's better light. Look at that dreary. I know we are in gloomy wood, but then, ooh, wow. But no, it's been down a few hours. We wanted a night ride on it. Wicker Man. It's 80 minutes. We didn't want to wait any longer because it's like you don't want to wait that long, as we said earlier, for a front row ride. So we're debating whether to go back to Widden Valley and just hope and get a night ride on Toxicator. I don't know. What should we do?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's one of those today.
Think Park Worldwide! And to be quite honest, that ride was much better than the earlier one. Clearly, the beast just needs to wake up throughout the day, especially after a long season of napping.
And for once, the queue line was overestimated. Surprise, surprise, it does happen. 85 when we went in and 47 when we got on the ride.
Yeah, that's almost half. It was almost there. But after that, we decided to go back over since the Toxicator was back open after its apparent sewage leak to see if we could get a night ride.
What cameras are you?
GoPro.
Not another one.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And after running into Coaster Crazy there, Andy himself, we decided to get in a queue with a few minutes to spare of the Toxicator for our night ride. And we have to say, it did well.
Yeah, we actually got the penultimate ride on it.
Yeah, the penultimate. There's one going round right now, as you can hear people screaming. And it was a 60-minute advertised time, and it was
54 minutes.
Yeah, it was under, wasn't it? So we're impressed with that. The ride was the same cycle. It was Project Alpha, or Cycle Alpha, as I think they're calling it. So the rather tame one with a 2-spin and a 3-spin. But it was still a good ride, and it's gorgeous at night.
Yeah, it looks so good with the green lights, the red lights, and all the other lights that's on there.
Especially when you can see Galacticus blue from the distance, and you can see Nemesis red. It works so well.
Yeah, it's beautiful over in Forbidden Valley.
But obviously today has been a day of ups and downs, especially in regards to ride availability.
And also operations.
Yes, both have been a bit shaky. Well, I say a bit. We tried to be honest with it. We wanted to keep the positivity, but it has been a bit diabolical. But there has been some positives to it, despite Alton Towers trying their best to sabotage that.
Yes, we got to meet some really wonderful people today.
Yeah, we ran into Coaster Dad, we ran into Coaster Crazy a few times, and we talked to a few others as well amongst the community. It was a rather fun time in that sense, and just enjoying the opening day atmosphere, as pretty much everyone was saying the same thing. Like, why is everything down?
Yeah, literally. That is literally the comment of the day. And we've called out other parks for doing the same, so Alton Towers, you need to get there. The operations and the fact that the rides were going down constantly, it's not good enough. Yeah,
you don't mind a long queue if it's just because the queues are long, but this is clearly caused by ride availability and operations being slow, so it all compounds into one big issue. But again, you make the best of a day, and we'll see if the park can improve the ride availability throughout the year and actually get better. Well, all we can do is wait and see.
And we hope we can get on more different cycles of Toxicator.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting cycle beta. Seta, what's Seta? Charlie? That's it, not Seta.
Yeah.
Seta, it's a new word. it's a new one. Anyway, with that being said, be like a barra.
And keep coasting.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you're wondering, we've been lit by a vending machine.